Hello and welcome. My name is Nilaus and this is episode 13 of our Let's Play campaign, Angels Mods My Way. So we should start by enabling the science again, because why not? We just want to keep going on the science. Large area mining drill, not particularly interesting. The cement processing is used for these clay bricks. Clay bricks are kind of a, what are they? Yeah, they're like, they're basically pavement, like stone bricks, but they are also used for many of the more advanced recipes, or not really more advanced. We definitely need it, so why don't we just get it now? So last time I built this part, and I kind of figured out that I needed to do it slightly different. Let's try and see if we can fix this, right? And let's see, how did I want to do this? See, I feel that I don't have enough space here. I have, what is this? This one is a casting machine. And it also has the algae farm, and after the algae farm, I think there's also a hydro plant as well. That one and that one. Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing. Not quite. Let's see, what else did we... Did we get a washing plant? Should we also get a... No, that's steel pipes. We don't want to take anything that requires steel here. That's also steel as well. So no. Let's figure out that there are more things that should be built here. We could build a sorting facility. We can unfortunately not build the crushers because they require stone and stone bricks. So the stone is kind of annoying in this regard. We do a sorting facility, but just let's see. I'm not going to build the sintering oven. It has only one part to do, and that's tungsten, which is something we do not need at this point. Or processing. We did agree. Didn't we agree on the ore processing? Yes, we did. But that's one more thing that also required the same. The mixer, yes. These are all machines that I used to make the first half of the smelting process, the metallurgy process. The metallurgy process, basically, in the very advanced function, it comes from raw ore going in and then be crushed or pressed into pellets. We can't do that yet, but at least we make the pellet press, these ones. Okay. No, we don't have the pellet press. Sorry. But the level we have now, we do it ore processing, so it becomes the processed iron. Then we make it into ingots. The ingots can then be put into a smelting machine used for iron, make it into molten iron, and the molten iron can then be put into regular iron. I can also make it into iron sheet coils. It doesn't do anything for me right now. The only part that it's a benefit is that it has higher compression. At a later stage, we will get better types of this one, the strand casting. The strand casting will then be a productivity bonus, and at that point I will enable it. Anyway, this is what I want to build at this point. I need to undo a whole lot of this. So let's just yeah. Let's remove everything and let my robots do it, because then I can start building something else instead. I think this one might be just what I need. 1, 2. Yep. So here I'll have, that's kind of too close, isn't it? Yeah, this is much better. And we'll do these guys. Let's see. Nope, I don't have. Do I have them? No. I can't remember now if I actually built these. No, I did not. So they have to be the medium electricals. That's easy. We get better electricals at a later stage. So at that point we'll do it. Oh, look at that. That's really inconvenient because they're slow at picking things up. But that's fine. So let's see. We have the iron coming in here, and out here we have sort of the extensions. So we're going to take inbound. This will be, we needed the pipes, and we also needed some gears at a later stage. Why did I just pick those up without remembering what I put in? And they simply go out. And now comes the part that I really like about. Now we'll take these and put them on the near side of the belt. So this one's putting on the near side of the belt. This one's putting on the far side of the belt. So that means this goes out on this belt. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's how I think it will work. And I will take from here. I think it's probably better to do it that way. And can I do some... I just need some wooden chests here. No point in getting better chests than absolutely needed. Good. That one. I will also have some inbound here. Yes. And some inbound here. Why the hell is my Discord not switching to streaming mode? There we go. Streaming mode enabled. Sorry about the interruption. It should happen automatically. There, and that one goes also out here. Good. Now at this point, I need to figure out what goes in each one. This one, the first one, was... I have to remember it again. Blast furnace. Yes. And chemical plant. Yes. Next up, the casting machine, the induction, and the casting. And at this point, right, I did want this one, right? And I know that since I'm using Angel's mods, or Bob's mod technically, then I don't need to use the red ones. I can just use the other ones. But at this point, at least in this point in the game, it has a nice signal value of using the red one for the long inserters. And now we take the two other ones that are also needed. Great. All of these will only be constrained to a single, with the exception of this one. They actually need quite a few more. That one, and I can't seem to recall what I had here. I had an idea for what I wanted to build. Maybe it's the ore sorting. Because it definitely isn't this one. This requires... No. Something that doesn't require steel. Could it be this one? Liquefiers. We also need quite a few liquefiers. Ooh, electrolyzers. Well, I don't think I'm going to use a lot of electrolyzers here. And let's see. Could be a liquefier. Well, let's make it a liquefier unless we can find something else. And now we need to wire this up. Here. Take these two out. Boom. 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 And I think all I need is now hooking it up and just see how this works. Let's see. I think this will work. They were actually running out of them. Let's see. This one's not building anything yet. You are... Oh! Also need here. That is quite intense. Lots of stuff coming in. This is needing iron, but the iron is not getting anywhere. And this is definitely the next topic on the list, is the fact that iron is pretty much dead. Let's get some more research going, although that will also take... Or we should get pump jack, because at some point I'll panic and need the pump jack. Advanced glass smelting. Good. And let's get the pump jack first, and also more inserters would be nice. Good. Okay, so this one's not going to get anywhere until all of these get filled up. And this is fine, because this is one of those things that just... You just build it and then leave it as it is. Right, so this is our network. There's a big fat A at this point. Let's have a look at the various things so that we know if we are in trouble with anything. Good. And now it's time to... Wow, pump jack research. There's another one. That requires steel gears. Okay, I could make this one as well. Cargo bots, I don't need them. I don't want them, I think. I might want them, but not right now. Cement processing too. No, that's too early. Gas steam cracking, this for the petrochemicals. This is going to be needed in the not too distant future. Oil cracking, a catalytic oil cracking. Just trying to figure out what I need the most. Batteries. I think Okay, hold on. This one. Okay, that's the blue. We don't need that. Let's get some circuit networks. You don't know when you need a circuit network. And I have literally not a single one that's being produced yet, because this one is consuming everything. Okay, but at least we're at a point where this one is filled up. Now, what I really need is these guys to be done so that I can start expanding my processing. I'm going to look at expanding my iron processing, because obviously you can see everything is now iron constrained, and we need iron to be producing at a hell of a higher pace. Everything else is fine, but iron not so fine. It actually looks worse than it should be. Whoa, what's that going on? Oh, it's this smart. What's going on? Oh, it's time to... Oh no! Oh crap. Yep, you're breaking stuff. Oops. Alright, we have a problem. We have a problem. The problem is I don't want all of this to be built. Hurry up and remove it. Up here as well. Go away. And undo. This part, go away and undo. Ooh. Okay, because this thing has to be revitalized. This one is obviously not big enough, and at this point, scaling it up doesn't really make sense. Well, it doesn't make any sense at all, to be perfectly honest, because I need something else. What I need is I need this one to go here. Need to repair my big truck. Oh, sorry, robots. I can't run away from you. I can run away from you. It's very easy to run away from you. Why are you, where are you going? Oh, that one. Go away. Come on, robots. Dive in. These cute slow ones. There we go. And let's see if I can work my way around this without breaking things too much. So now, surprisingly enough, the steel is fine, but the iron is not so fine. Let's park you sort of here-ish. Good. Now, one thing that I'm now immediately thinking, why didn't I build this, is the fact that all of these should be upgraded to Mining Tools Mark II. Do I have enough to build it? Yes, I do. Right, so I think I'll be removing these ones and slowly upgrading them to higher tiers, because then they'll work a lot faster. I mean, that's 16. 1, 2, 3, 1. That's the 16 I needed. Well, I had it at the beginning, and then let's revise all of this area. I wonder if this one is critical for... Oops. No, no, no. And maybe I should have made sure that I had some things before doing this. And this will actually shut down completely my iron production. Not so nice. Oh, that one. Huh. You'd think this one was connected here, but apparently it isn't. You keep going, and that one keeps going, and you can kind of say, that's a lot of juicy iron. And maybe at this point I should again explain what the issue here is. Usually I could just take these and just shove it into a normal furnace, like one of these, right? But I cannot, because I have chosen in this playthrough, see, cannot put it in, iron ore cannot be smelted. I've chosen not to enable this part because I want to use the angels process. So I need to force myself into using angels. And you can say that's a bit redundant, annoying, whatever, but I like it because this is an angels mod my way, and I think actually it's a great way for angel, or it's not actually a mod made by angel, but I think it's fair to say you have to use the angels way of smelting when you're playing angels mods. Which is also actually, and maybe I did not explain that sufficiently in earlier on. That's also the reason why I'm okay. That one I cannot figure out how to move without breaking things, and I'm suspecting that there'll be break. Well, sorry. This is also why I'm using this steel process, because I don't need to make the steel process. I could make it a lot simpler as well. There. Now we get some light at this point. I'm gonna build something like this one. How many did I have? I have still 20 electric vines. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Boom. Yeah. It's going to take a bit of time, and in the meantime I want to drag this. Yeah, 2 of those. Right, how do I pleat this the best way? I can make it up. Take it upwards or downwards? I think I'll take it downwards. Let's start with our electric mining tools Mark II. This will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if 7 is the right number. I can't remember, or maybe actually, to be honest, I don't think I know what the correct ratio is. This one, again, just to make absolutely sure that it is covered, this is something I do in order to help compress the belt. Otherwise, it will not be compressed. And there we go. So that's one line. I guess I should be taking 2 lines and then splitting it out so half goes here. And let's get some lights. Light, light. Yes, and copy and paste. Then I'll just put all of these. Okay, I just have 2 left. Great. Boom, they go in there. And maybe some lights as well. Right, so these 2 need to be, I don't know if we can say reunited or anything. And one of them is going here. Got it. And the other one needs to go somewhere else. But I don't quite know where. Maybe that actually this shouldn't be downwards. Don't feel like I have a lot of room. But I could be building something like this as well. These are ore crushers. Can I make better ore crushers? I can make ore crushers Mark II. How much faster they are? Speed 2 versus the speed 1.5. I think there's a big advantage of having the speed 1.5 because you can easily match it with this speed 7.5. So this one is generating 2 per second times 1.5, 3 per second. This one is consuming 4 per second times 0.75. So that produces 3, consumes 3. So that means one of these goes into one of those, which is actually a pretty good way of adjusting it, which means at this point, the first thing we need to do is actually look at ratios. And for that, we need a few of these. Well, we need some ore crushers. Require stone. I guess we can get some stone from this belt. Oops, I think I picked up some. What is that? Yeah. Right, so what I wanted to build is actually a design. 1, 2. Where do we have room to build designs? Up here. Actually, I've broken some things, so let's unbreak it first. Oh, that's so close. Right, let's first unbreak it. This is pretty horrible, isn't it? Because it can never be more than half a belt, no matter what. This is just spaghettiness. Yeah, awesome. Awful. Well, I don't know what it is. It's something. It'll keep it going while I go up here and make a beautiful little design. I should have enough room up here to actually make it. Let's try driving on the roads for once. Yeah, nice roads. All right, let's see what you need. So the idea is one of these, crushing sapphirite, goes into one of these, crushing sapphirite. I can make this pure recipe so I get iron ore out immediately. But and that requires Givolite, and if we take a look at the map, I do not have any Givolite, so it's further out. That means it's post trains. Trains is something I really want to do, but this doesn't justify it right now. Now this one has 2 outputs, which means I need to get something here for that one, and that makes it into a repeatable pattern, like so. Is that? It's clear, yes. That becomes a repeatable pattern that generates every 1 second. It generates 4 items. That means 3 items per second, 6 items per second, and this one generates, well, generates whatever comes here. It generates 1.5 per second plus 1.5 of the crushed stone per second, so 3 crushed stone per second, and that becomes 1.5 items. So I have 1.5 item out here per second. Now I'm using the input as a constraint instead of the crafting part. Plus 3 plus 3, so that's 7.5. It's more than half a belt, but it's less than a full belt. And I think this is a pretty good unit of measure. Let's build a lot of these. Nope, let's not build a lot of those. Why can we not build it? Oh, iron. Ha, iron. You know, iron. That thing we like very much. I'm spending it all on this. My take on this is I'm just trying to sort of figure out what I want here. And the idea of this one. Yeah, that's not stupid. It's not brilliant either. It's better to have it here and here, and then one there. Yes, definitely, much better. This also seems like it's a solved problem in terms of what we want to do. So this one will then create a massive amount of junk coming out. And the idea of this is one of the key parts of how I manage Angel Smarts without robots, is you put it into a big blob storage here. The blob storage can then be filtered out so that I can say, well, from here I only want iron ore, and then I can take this on to somewhere else. Which at this point as well means, now I'm kind of thinking that each one of these should have a storage buffer that should be emptied and then filtered into other storage buffers, meaning this one should probably have a small storage buffer, like silo. You know, stop, don't make silos. They're not worth making silos if we don't absolutely need them. Let's think our way through this. Okay, so this one, how big is it? This could be on this side, or it could be on this side. So I could like make it, could make it here, I guess. Ah, this is such a big area. But it kind of turns the wrong way. You could also just say it goes out on the other side and then goes in here. Basically replicating this on either side, like something like this. And then it goes like this. But that's actually going to be more than one red. That's going to be one red belt. And if you use red belts, then I can't use my loaders because red loaders require basic electronic boards. I really want to avoid this part and just only do it from one side. Currently, I'm going to have one of these. The big part about it is that it has so little throughput. Oh, hold on. Is there another way? Is there another way? What about if I turn these around? Basically, could I have one inbound belt and one outbound belt? So basically it's... I'm just trying to figure out. This would now kind of make it into single belt, or I could also make it like even tighter. Is that really worth it? That does seem like more trouble than it's worth. Just to make it a nice design. But the idea is this has to be into... I actually want it in here, not here. My idea is if ore is coming in here, then I could have someone picking up from both sides and then outputting on both sides. But that would sort of mean that I would also be someone here, and that would be input, and that would be an input here, and they will not merge very well. But I'm kind of in love with this idea, because I could just build a red belt underneath, and unfortunately I can't make red belts for some reason, because I do not have enough iron. See if we can steal some iron somewhere. It's stolen from a belt. Ugh, disgusting. How little iron I have left these days. And let's just build one of these, just so that I can get a sense of it. Or you can get a sense of it, maybe. So let's see, what is the quantity? This takes 2 in and comes 3 out. So whatever comes in, the rest is conserving on quantities. That merges in on a full belt, faster belt, and that goes underneath here. And that's now our output. I like this much better. That means here. Oops. And all of this needs to go backwards. There. That and these two will connect. Yes, they will. I like this very much because it looks better. I get a red belt out, and the red belt will then unfortunately need to go into... This is the irony of it. Here, otherwise it can't keep up, and then goes into a big storage. There. That's going to be like the unit of measure, and I need these two going in, and I also need 1, 2, and then what am I missing? It's iron. Damn you, iron. You are not my friend right now. Just a few here. Just come on, iron gears. This is pathetic. Right, so I'm gonna make this up here just so that we can get a sense of what I want to achieve. That one and that one. Okay, here it's of course not hooked up. I can just hook it up so we get at least some lights in here. Right, so do we understand it? There comes one belt in. It consumes, what is the consumption rate? Consumption rate is 2 per second. I think I actually need to double these. Here as well. But that's okay. There. That will keep up. This one will not be able to keep up, as I can see that 3 per second, that's too much. But that's okay. I can just also build it here. And output, copy, paste. This one, output, copy, paste. That is an awful lot. And whoa, something is wrong here. That one does not have any outputs. Hmm. Like this, and copy, paste, paste, copy, paste, paste. There. Ha, that's actually even better. That's actually way better. Wow, I love this one, but it's kind of intensive nerve guard. Okay, let's have a look at what it consumes. It consumes 3 per second because it's speed 1.5. 3, 6, 12. That's pretty much a green yellow belt. That consumes. The output will be 2/3 of this and a bit more, a bit less because these are back to 2 to 1. For every 4 coming in, I'll get 5 out. That's the way I see it. This is going to be my blueprint. I will be stamping this down everywhere next time. I'll be making sure that I have enough materials so that we can actually start working on it. But I like this one very much. And from here, we'll take it out into some actual smelting setups, which will also be fun to build. They'll be kind of like, oops, sorry for this. They'll be kind of like this one. That one, or maybe, yeah, they'll be like this one for sure. Good. Time to wrap up. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you like this little design. I'm actually really proud of it now that we spent a bit of time. So that's good. And I'll be back next time. So be sure to leave a like, comment, and a subscription if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.